it's like a gunshot to one person is normal, where a gunshot to another person in the neighborhood isn't. You know what I mean? Gunfights in the neighborhood is normal to one person, but a gunfight to another person isn't. Hey, so we leaving out, I forgot the name of these Jones. It used to be called like Chamberlain Gardens or something like that. And so we moving from Chamberlain Gardens doing content to finish up this video. This is just a freestyle, free thought type of video. And we're going from Chamberlain Gardens, which we just took a left outside of, and we're literally going across Chamberlain Avenue into Seminary Avenue, right? And if you are not from Richmond, Chamberlain has a reputation for poverty. It has a reputation for almost like a lack of resources, and it's, you know, the resources still there. You know, it's grocery stores down the street, but it has a reputation of having prostitutes on Chamberlain. It has a reputation of drug dealers being on Chamberlain. So you know, it has a reputation, period. Definitely going into the city. As you going into the county, it shifts, you know what I mean? But going into the city, the further you get down, it definitely has a more, you know, I guess you could say negative reputation. But the interesting thing about that, man, is that from driving not even a mile or a half a mile, you go 2 streets over, or really a street over, from Chamberlain, and you get on Seminary. So right now we about to pull up on Seminary, and this is a one-way, and I don't want these houses. Matter of fact, no, let's take this right. What you got, bro?
Quick question though, bro.
Yeah.
So like, can you like, how can a community or a complex or whatever get to the point where it's like majority of the section, majority of the living spaces are abandoned, right?
Yeah.
And you still have people living in there. Like, what's the mindset behind that? Like what's like? I know that's a loaded question, bro. But from your perspective on, like, you know what I'm saying, the things that you have witnessed in your life, you know what I'm saying, like, how can a person actually say like, oh, I want to live here?
Man, I think it's like a person gets to a point where they become very accepting of wherever they are, and not even necessarily just accepting, but it's like an internal belief, like this is the only option and then the best is going to get. So I gotta take what I can get, not take what I can make happen, not take what I can create, but I gotta take what I can get. So it's in that framework of having that thought process of, man, I just gotta make it. We just gotta make it. I just need something. I just need a break. And, you know, we all have moments where we do need, you know, breaks. We need opportunity. But when your culture and your mindset is constantly that you only contemplating somebody giving you something or getting something from somebody, or you feel like, you know, this is the only thing you can amount to, it becomes easier for you just to accept a situation that's going on. And, you know, and like you said, that's a loaded question, bro, because we driving by these same apartments, man, and a lot of these are boarded up, and yet and still you have a lot of people living in other places, living in the same apartment. So you could be living beside an apartment building that's boarded while the next one isn't, you know?
And this is normal.
And this is normal to them. Like, in other cases, you might get a family like, oh, that looks crazy. I'm not gonna live anywhere like that. But you have another group of people that they come from a certain place where this is normal. Like, we had conversations before where it's like a gunshot to one person is normal, where a gunshot to another person in the neighborhood isn't. You know what I mean? Gunfights in the neighborhood is normal to one person, but a gunfight to another person isn't. So this seeing bandos becomes a typical conversation, a typical topic, like some typical to talk about in general when you come from a certain place.
Right.
But
and
yeah,
I want to say this too though. Explain the scenery, bro, like from where we just came.
Oh,
like,
man.
people, I want you, like, I want people to understand, bro, like this, like where we at
yeah,
right here. Like, I know it's a little wet outside, you know what I'm saying, but
right.
This is right across the street from like abandoned apartments.
Yes. Yes.
Like right across the
It's
like bro.
It's that. It's literally across
it's
the
literally
street.
right across the street, y'all. So I want y'all to really understand, like, yeah, this is the situation.
Right. So like I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna pull over for a second.
Gotcha.
Bro, I cannot do anything but help but point out, like, all right, let me say this first. Those apartments across the street, y'all, is literally, I've been in those apartments before when I was a kid. My bro, his grandparents lived there, you know what I mean? And so I've seen the inside, I've seen the outside, I've seen it be lively, I've seen it be a place where, you know, maybe you don't want to just be around here all the time.
Right.
I've seen that. But I haven't seen it in the case where you just got it boarded up and some people live here, some people don't. Some places are condemned on that section, some aren't. And it's very man, it causes a mental like block. It's very trying for the mind. Definitely if you have a kid growing up in this section, right?
Yeah.
Because it becomes normal to them that this is okay. So living in places that lack that creative and productive energy or feel, it becomes normal. You know what I mean? So where we just come from literally is boarded up buildings where we just went in there, and lo and behold, it was probably about 5 or 6 buildings boarded up, with maybe 3 that was still open for people to go in and access and live in apartments. Now that's okay. We could say they doing, you know, renovations and gentrification is definitely happening, but it's a couple of those buildings been boarded up for years now. And now the crazy thing is with this wealth separation and disparities in it, and you have from over there in Chamberlain, you have this that looks like it could be a food desert with this type of location. It looks like it could be a lack of resources in this type of location if you just see this. But you go right across the street and you see homes that go on sale for well over $350,000, well over $400,000. You know what I mean? It's homes that have been over here on sale for $550,000. It's a home that's been on Seminary that was on sale for $1 million, y'all. And it's right across the street from what looks like poverty. It's right across the street from it. And one of the things that pops in my mind, man, is the reality that what is the perspective of those that differ so much? Yes, we can talk about the physical, we can talk about the laws, we can talk about the disparities, we can talk about the difference in race, we can talk about how they treat different people, we can talk about all that.
But what's the mentality?
But what's the mentality? And what are we accepting mentally in our mindset for us to accept these things as if this is the end all be all for us? You know what I mean? So, bro, it's wicked. It's wicked. But if we gonna sit here and keep talking about how bad it is, but not shift our mindsets up to understand we can create more and accept more and don't have to just accept what's given, then we'll always be in a place of lack, man. And it starts with our own mentalities.